Hey y'all, welcome back. If you're new here and this is the first time you have watched one of my videos, be sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can always be notified, and let me know what you think in the comments about this video. I did a poll on my community wall last night to see what kind of videos you guys wanted me to do, and everybody wanted to see some Emma Daybell Murray videos. And so I think we caught Emma up in a lie. She was being cross examined by the state about her mother's autopsy results after she was exhumed. And she said that she did want to see the autopsy results, but the detectives wanted to interview her. So that's what she said on the stand. And then later on, the detective that she spoke with actually had a recorded phone call that proves otherwise. So I'm going to play both parts. I'm going to play the part with Emma testifying and lying about what her and the detective discussed. And then I'm going to play part two, which is the phone call that proves that the detective did not want to have an interview with her. He just wanted to share with her the autopsy results. It was an active investigation, so they could not release the autopsy to her, which she wanted them to just give her the autopsy results. So let's get right into it. Oh, one last thing before I show y'all the video. Emma, you better be glad that your lying self has not been charged with perjury by the state for lying for your dad for murdering your mother. You are such a goofy weirdo.
You there when your dad was providing your mom's medical history to Deputy Greenalch, the officer?
Yes.
Were you there when he provided it to Deputy Coroner Cammy Wilmore?
Yes.
And were you there when he provided it to Coroner Brenda Dye?
Yes.
Did you provide any statements about your mom's health at that time?
I don't remember.
You said that you had serious concerns about her health, though, right?
Yes.
But you don't remember if you said anything.
She wasn't talking to me, so I didn't answer her.
At any point, did you reach out to law enforcement to tell them about any concerns you had about your mom's medical conditions?
It wasn't a crime, so no.
You were asked about when your mom was exhumed. Did you know there was going to be an autopsy?
I assumed there would be.
Did you reach out to anyone then to let them know of your concerns?
Family members.
Did you reach out to law enforcement?
No, I didn't feel like they would help me since they were the ones conducting it.
But you didn't reach out to them with any concerns?
No.
And you said you didn't want your mom to get an autopsy, is that correct?
Correct.
Once you learned she'd had one, did you want to see the results?
I did.
Do you recall law enforcement coming to meet with you and you telling them, nope, I don't want to know?
I didn't say that.
Do you recall telling them you didn't want to know?
I don't recall that, so no.
Do you recall not being willing to have them share with you the results of the autopsy?
Judge asked and answered. It's just in a variety of different ways. Overruled.
Do you recall indicating you did not want to sit down or that you were unwilling to sit down and have them share the autopsy results with you?
No,
You don't recall that?
that's not what I said.
What did you say?
I told them I didn't want to interview with them. I wanted to see the results, and I did not want to discuss it with them.
And do you recall them indicating you wouldn't have to do an interview? They were just going to share the results with you.
They never said that.
Did you, in fact, decline to see the autopsy?
No, they never offered to let me see it without interviewing with them.
So you were unwilling to sit down with law enforcement?
In that instance, yes.
I was at the wrong door. Thought you were going to go at the front. I apologize. I'm Bruce Mattingly with Fremont Sheriff's Office, and the sheriff said that you've been working at trying to get a hold of us.
Yes.
and to talk on the autopsy results. We've been trying to get a hold of you and other family members, but probably been a comedy of errors. We haven't been able to do so.
Okay.
And which is why we showed up here, because we'd like to be able to talk with family, because I know you were the one that made a request,
Yes.
right? So we'd like to be able to do that. And
I'm going to pause here momentarily. Do you know who that female voice is that we're hearing?
That was Emma Daybell.
And did you hear in there where she confirmed she was the one that had requested the autopsy results?
Yes.
because you're here, we're here, want to take a few minutes and talk about that and go over that? Or? Okay. Who is the attorney so we can contact?
So we've worked with Josh Garner before, but right now we don't have an attorney-client relationship with any particular attorney.
Okay. So we
decided we're gonna wait to learn what it is when you're ready to release it.
okay. That is a choice, but
Emma,
we usually just let family. We always let family know. Personally, I've not had anybody really say that they want to wait. That's a little.
We're just not interested in interviewing, answering any questions. We just want to see it.
Sure. We'd like to at least let you know what's in it, and tell you about it. We're not asking for an interview.
I'm going to pause right there, Detective Mattingly. Did you hear Emma again decline to see the results?
Yes.
And what did you tell her in relation to whether or not she would have to be subjected to an interview?
I told her she didn't have to do an interview.
So, and of course, like now, if you're always free to leave, you can tell us we're done, anything. We're not looking to ask questions. We do want to just let you know the findings.
And again, stopping at 7:45, Detective Mattingly, did you again hear yourself confirm she would not have to provide information?
Yes.
And then later, the report will, attorneys will get everything. But where we know it's back, you know it's back, we want to let family know.
Okay.
And let people know what the results are. We can't go in depth on the report, but we can talk and give general findings, at least for now. So, would you like that? Would you like to do that? What are your? Okay. Do you want me to set that up with Josh?
I'll have him call you.
Okay. Can I give you my card so he knows who to call? That'd be great. This is an Embers, right?
Yep.
So I said that. He knows me, he knows my number. I also, just for preparatory, I was hoping to find you, and I'm glad I did. This number on the back is for victim services, which helps with counseling and anything else because you lost your mom. That's what this number's for, is to help with that. Okay? It is our prosecutor's office. You don't have to talk to the prosecutor. Just say, hey, I'm looking for help with victims services. Here, I'll give you that. And that's for you, for the kids, the rest of your siblings. Okay? Okay. And Josh, he can.
you have Josh's number?
Yeah.
Okay.
And pausing at 9:23, Detective Mattingly, did you in fact offer Miss Marie contact information for victim services?
I did.
Did you also offer her contact information for the prosecutor's office?
Yes.
What did you expressly tell her in relation to the prosecutor's office?
To call the prosecutor's office for the help with the victim services, and more specifically, she didn't have to talk with anyone with the prosecutors.
So I do want to let you know, because we've been having difficulties trying to get a hold of people. Today was the day that we were able to get other deputies, officers to go out and try and find and make contact one way or another.
Okay.
So, if you hear from other family members or you don't, it might be dependent upon if we were able to find them or not. Okay. So I don't want that to be a big One thing, I just want to let you know, hey, we haven't been able to get hold of anybody. It's important to let people know or have that opportunity. That's what we were working on. So,
Okay,
okay.
thank you.
I'm pausing at 11:13. Detective Mattingly, you were informing her that other family members were going to be contacted. Do you recall that?
Yes,
Do you know who some of the other family members that contact was going to be attempted with?
Judge, objection on foundation.
Sustain.
Based on the investigation, did you discuss things with other investigators?
yes,
And you indicated that you had met and talked about going out to try to provide results to some of the kids, the autopsy results.
yes.
Do you know who some of the other individuals from the family were that contact was going to be attempted with?
I do.
And who was that?
Judge, objection, still insufficient foundation.
Overruled.
Garth Daybell, uh, Seth, and Leah.
And was the attempt to reach out to some of those kids going to be done around the same time you were attempting contact with Emma?
Yes,
And at the end of that, did you hear Emma tell you thank you?
she did.
And there was some conversation between you, Emma, and Lieutenant Ball. Did you also hear that?
I did.
I'm going to continue from 11:13.
Josh knows how to get a hold of me. We've talked before, both Vince, he knows how to get a hold of Vince, our office, we're not that big. So have him give us a call, and we can go out and sit down with him and you and talk about it.
And then, in fact, I see some guys on the South, he was representing, he wasn't sure, so he.
That is true. He did reach out and he said, Emma called, we were gonna do a schedule, but he says, as far as I know, I'm not representing, but maybe things have changed.
Okay,
So, get that ball rolling. I'd like you to know about that.
okay,
Okay? But that's, I'm not gonna make anything up or make you do anything. I do wanna let you know.
okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. Yep.
Detective Mattingly, at the time you were attempting to share these results with Miss Murray, was this still an active investigation?
It was.
And is it fair to say you were not going to provide her a copy of the autopsy at that time based on that?
Correct.
But you were willing to sit down and go over some of the results with her?
Yes,